Even the best homes sometimes need a second chance. This week's $4 million sale in San Clemente proves it. And for the first time in 11 weeks, our inventory is on the rise and mortgage rates tick up again. Let's take a look at what's happening. This week's high sale of the week is 4023 Calle Isabella in San Clemente. It's located in a gorgeous community, the Breakers, right in the heart of San Clemente. It was a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2719 square feet that was completely remodeled. The interesting thing is that they listed for $4 million last year, failed to sell with that agent, needed another approach, and sold this year for $3,995,000. The lesson here is that sometimes the best homes don't sell the first time, and they just need another look and a refreshed, more targeted marketing strategy. Let's jump into the beach cities, numbers that matter. Again, we've defined beach cities as Dana Point, San Clemente, San Juan Capistrano, and Laguna Niguel. So what's happening in our market? Well, this week we actually saw 6 more active listings on the market than we had last week. That's the first time our inventory has gone up in the last 11 weeks. This is probably a temporary change though. If we take a look at the total Orange County inventory, it's still falling slowly. We expect we're going to see our inventory start to fall back down again and head that way all the way through December, as we typically see the very bottom of our inventory be right about January 1st. Demand represented by our in-escrow properties fell this week by 15 properties from 165 homes in escrow down to 150, which partially has to do with the number of closings jumping up this week, which had been hitting right about 150 closings over the last 30 days for the last 2 weeks. However, this week it jumped up to 165 closings in the last 30 days, so we're seeing several homes close out that went into escrow 30 days ago, and as a result, our demand is down a little bit because things have been a little bit slower to go back in and replace them. On the homes that have sold in the last 30 days, they've averaged $849 per square foot here in the beach cities with an average of 40 days on market, which is interesting. When we take a look at the total active inventory, it averages $1,011 per square foot, but the people who actually sold at $849 per foot got a whopping 98.6% of their list price. So again, it's a tale of two markets where you have some sellers that are aspirational, pricing above what things have sold or what the home should sell for, while you have the homes that are, and those homes are sitting on the market. Well, the homes that are selling, they're selling relatively quickly when they're priced appropriate to the market and what's been selling relative to their house. The mortgage world has been quite the roller coaster in the last several weeks, especially as we haven't had the jobs data to point to get an idea of where the Fed is going to go with relation to balancing their fears of inflation or concern about job loss. But we can take a look at the ADP reporting. Check out this graph. In the private job sector, we only had 3,333 added new jobs in October, which is an extremely low number. And as you see, the trend this year has been nothing but down in jobs. And so we expect that hopefully the Fed is going to wake up, see the same thing we're seeing, and we're going to get a Christmas rate cut come December. But let me know what you think. Do you think the Fed's going to continue to ignore these numbers and just look for their own data and use fear of inflation to keep rates where they are? Or do you think we're going to have a rate cut next month? Let me know in the comments. Also in the mortgage world, we did a short video last week on Trump's proposed 50-year mortgage, which if you've got $1 million loan on your property and you stretch it out to 50 years instead of 30 years, you're going to save $244 a month, but you're going to pay over $1 million extra in interest over the life of the loan. Tell me, do you think that's worth it? I don't. I think 30 years is the right mix, and if you can, you should even pay it off faster. This week's deal of the week is an absolute steal. It's a coming soon listing in Dana Point on a cul-de-sac. It's got a 23,000 square foot lot, and it's going to be listed at $1.489 million. The address is 25251 Swanway Court in Dana Point. If you want to go check it out, let me know. Hit me up before this thing goes. I'm expecting it's going to get a ton of offers because it's priced at a bargain with that type of lot at the back of a cul-de-sac. Anyways, if you have any questions on it, send me a message. Let's go check it out. That's a wrap up for this Beach Cities market update. With inventory trying to take a turn, rates rising a little bit, and buyers still active, this market continues to surprise. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below whether or not you think we're going to get the rate cut by Christmas. I look forward to seeing you next week.